Mikey versus Mike show. Mikey versus Mike show. Mikey versus Mike show. Mikey versus Mike show. The Mikey versus Mike show. Mikey versus Mike show. Mikey versus Mike show. Mikey versus Mike show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mikey versus Mike show. And once again, I just want to start this episode off by saying, fuck Sean! Fuck Sean!
We miss you, Sean.
We miss you, Sean, even though you were just here 2 minutes
Sean
ago. So Sean actually was just here. He had the opportunity to be on this on this episode, and he was so bitter. he was so mad.
He looked upset
That he was like, screw you guys, I'm going out.
I can look. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. He looked upset to the point where I'm
But yeah, he looked upset, but he didn't sound upset. He was like hiding it very well.
He gave us a good look at the end, which made it seem like
shook our hands and everything.
way too formal.
It's like, good luck, guys. I think he even said good luck.
It's
right?
like yeah, you did. It's like when a liar gets caught in a lie and you just over-explain shit. You're like, oh, the reason I was calling is because
just go home. Just want to relax.
you
Like you could have relaxed here, bro.
You just got here.
Yeah, you literally just got here. Drove over here for no reason, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
And I mean, because we offered him the opportunity to be in this episode, and he was
or even not to.
it up. Or he didn't even have to
just
be in
to
it.
chill here, like you know,
Just hang out. He didn't even want to listen to us talk.
Yeah, he's like, I'm over.
He's like,
I'm
oh,
out the
hell
cast
no.
life. I'm out of that podcast life for good.
Yeah, he doesn't want to relapse. So.
Yeah, it's gone. It's time.
It's in my past.
Listen, it's a dark period of my life I don't want to revisit.
Dark period. But speaking of periods, Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
He's going through a period right now.
Yeah, he
An apologetic period.
yeah, what can we say about this guy? So for those that don't know what's happening, Joe Biden has not announced that he's running for presidency.
And yet is still leading the Democratic race.
Yet everyone assumes that he will eventually
that
really
he's gonna
soon.
be the dude.
And everyone is already kind of like leaning towards voting for him.
Like Democrats are wet.
For the Democrats.
They're wet on him for sure. The only people that aren't wet on him are those like interviews or those like things where you see him like I wouldn't say groping, but hugging awkwardly, touching awkwardly.
But we gotta let them know what's up though. You're talking like people already know. You gotta let them know what's happening.
That's what I'm saying. In case you guys haven't
people
seen
that live
it,
under a rock.
There's a lot of vids. I mean, these have been out for years, but women now are stepping forward about. I met Joe Biden at I was about to say Joe Rogan. I met Joe Biden at a fundraiser, and he like grabbed me by the shoulders and like pulled me in close. That's pretty much what's going on. None of them have said that he touched them inappropriately.
All right, let me finish what I was saying, because you're just jumping all over the place now. Jesus Christ.
I'm passionate.
Can
about
I give
Joe
them the
Biden.
background?
Okay.
All right,
lay it on.
A lot of people. You're assuming people even know who Joe Biden is. Just because he was the vice president doesn't mean everybody knows him by name.
Give him the rap.
Can you name the vice president for George Bush?
Dick Cheney.
No, I'm not talking about that George Bush. I'm talking about the original.
Hell no, of course not.
Exactly. Of course. There we go. There we go. You probably can't even know the VP for Clinton.
Of course, Al Gore.
Okay then.
The man
only
is trying
because
to
you
save
know
the
about
Man Bear Pig.
South Park.
Yeah.
All right. Besides that, if you go further up, you're not gonna know, right?
Of course.
All right. So anyway, Joe Biden was the VP for Obama. So let's just start there.
Wait, big props to Obama.
So just for that fact alone, people are leaning towards voting for this guy. And he hasn't announced that he's going to run yet, but he's leaning. Everyone assumes that he's going to. And before he even gets the chance, people are like, there's some ladies out there that are speaking out, saying that not that he sexually assaulted them or even harassed them, but they just felt kind of uncomfortable and that he kind of invaded their space with like I guess like getting too close or like hugging.
I think it's encroached. I think that's the word. Encroach.
Yeah. So and then he kind of comes out saying like, you know, I've shook a lot of hands, hugged a lot of people.
That's the thing. That's what's the news now.
Yeah. But he's saying I've done this and that. And you know,
the vid, his apology video.
Yeah, that he's done these things, but he's never intended any like wrongdoing or anything like that.
I like how he was saying like, "This is how I let people know I got your back. You could do this." He's like that's the weirdest way to be supportive of someone. Like, grab him by the shoulders and be like, "I got you."
Okay, but yeah, there's that video of him like on that lady's shoulders, the wife, but she's one of the women that's spoken out saying that he's never, you know, did anything. Yeah. You know, so that kind of just like throws that out completely. You know what I'm saying? Because that's pretty much the only footage they actually have of him doing anything like that I've seen.
Oh, that's Hillary Clinton. He did it. Hillary Clinton, and he did it a few people, but.
Okay, but anything. The point is, he's saying that he's not denying these things. He's saying that he's done it, but he's saying he comes from a different
time
world. Yeah, a different era. You know what I'm saying? Where they were more hands on, and there. I can't deny that there was. I mean, it's just the truth, right?
It looks awkward for sure. It does.
Well, in today's
awkward.
day, in 2019, because of the time that we're in, but. I do get what he's saying, but the thing where I think women are having the problem is that he is not really apologizing. He's just kind of like saying like
I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I didn't
make
that
you
wasn't
feel
my
weird.
intention.
Yeah, I'd be like you going up to a girl at the club, be like, "Hey, girl, I like your tits." I didn't mean to make you feel weird, but it's like you immediately made them feel weird, like right away. But
I guess it's just not,
But the other thing about it too is like even the women that are saying that he approached them in a weird way aren't saying that he did it in a sexual. You know what I mean? Like they're not even saying that. That it was just made him feel uncomfortable.
Okay, but this is my thing. This is
he's just a weirdo. That's it.
Okay, but this is my thing. So this is where my questioning comes in. So if he didn't do anything like that. And you don't necessarily felt like it was that serious, and you know that this man is potentially trying to run for office, why would you need to say these things? Why would you need to like make this like a big deal when you know that this could potentially hurt him? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell me that you didn't think about that. Like this will do him some harm.
No, definitely, they did it.
Like why else would you do that? You
that's
know?
the world of politics, man. I think like somebody on the opposing side was like, "Yo, you got to come out with your story." You know, this is what they do.
Yeah,
but the other thing about it too is like, all right, Joe Biden made some people feel weird. I get that. Our current president.
Yeah, like, and this guy's attacking him. Exactly. He's like, he has all these jokes for Biden.
Exactly.
He's like, "Welcome to the real world, Jeff."
That's like a tweaker making fun of someone that does coke. Like, oh, you fucking cokehead. It's like,
it's crazy. It's like he's like,
this guy's like the king of molestation, and he's making Joe Biden feel like he's a fucking turd. But it's like. You're king shit. You're the king turd.
I think
here.
that's the funniest part of the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing about it is that, like,
that Trump
we're tripping about, like, and again, none of the women ever said that he did any sexual notions.
He didn't grab them by the pussy.
Not even close. I don't even know if Joe Biden could find the pussy. I don't even know if anyone else knows how to grab a pussy except for Donald Trump.
But honestly, this is my thoughts on Joe Biden. Besides that, as far as running for president, this is just my opinion on things. Yeah. And it's not even a personal opinion. I just feel like
it's a public opinion.
I just feel like at a certain point, you're just too old to be president. I think he's one of those guys. And definitely Bernie Sanders needs to stop doing whatever he's doing.
But Bernie's the man.
This fool needs to pass the torch and mentor whoever's next.
Beto.
But stop trying to fucking run for office because you're too fucking old, man.
But you could.
No, we're the future, bro. All these people turning 18, these are the people that are gonna like start making.
So I think Beto O'Rourke's
the new
gonna
laws.
be
You know what I'm saying? These are the new voters.
Beto O'Rourke is the new guy.
We're not gonna vote for nobody old as fuck that looks like they're gonna die in office.
But Bernie for such an old guy.
They don't even look like they can do 8 years, man. Come on.
That guy can't do
8
8 years.
years? Come on.
Retired.
Really? Like, come on. We can't be votes for people that might die in office.
But that's what's so amazing. Like, Bernie's obviously so old, and like everyone's still like about him. You know, like the youth is about him because you know he tends to like youth problems. I think maybe team up with Beto O'Rourke, get those two dudes on the ticket, and maybe
I'm not the biggest politician. I don't know what everyone's agenda is. All I know is that this fool's too old. He struck out too many times. It's not gonna happen.
Bernie once struck out once.
Once because he's not trying anymore. It's like because he knows he's gonna strike out.
But
again.
I mean, how old is Biden?
He's old as shit too. I mean,
but
he
Donald
looks
Trump's an old
a skeleton.
Fuck.
Him too.
Well, no,
bro. We should have an age limit.
Definitely.
We should have like you shouldn't even be over 50. I think
60.
Okay, 60.
Let's give him maybe 65.
Cap.
65.
No, 60 is the cap.
Yeah, because at 65, if you do 8 years, you're gonna be 73 by the time you're out. I know. I've known a lot of 73-year-olds, and they can't even
and
fucking
I'm not
like.
even worried about you.
They
dying.
can't even. They can't even cut cucumbers.
How you can relate to the world today, like. If you're that old, how the fuck are you supposed to make the world better for like the people coming up?
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're stuck in your old ass ways. You don't fucking know what the people want.
Like these people just got over using the word coloreds to describe minorities. They're like, now we're supposed to like give them the whole fucking. Oh, Biden is 76 years old.
See, you're gonna tell me that's not too fucking old?
That's fucking old.
That's old as shit,
He's
bro.
He's knocking on an 80. He's knocking on 80,
bro.
80.
At the end of your term,
like people die.
8 years, 84.
Like people die at 80, man. People die at 80.
No, man.
What about Trump?
We need some young blood. We need like someone to just endorse somebody.
Trump is 72.
They're all too old, bro.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, no, of course.
They like what can they like if they were to have a combo with us? How long would that last?
Like they would ask us if we're going to school.
It would just be no, like small talk.
Yeah, crap talk. Actually, uncomfortable for both of us. I'm sure they don't want to talk to us as much as we don't want to talk to them.
And speaking of people not wanting to talk or being able to actually talk, we had some Asian lady try to break into Mar-a-Lago.
Our hero.
And she tried to act like she didn't speak English and shit. And she actually got past
first level security.
Yeah, I think 2 levels actually.
I think so too, with two different excuses.
She actually got stuck. She got caught by the secretary that questioned her like, "Why are you here?"
And he's just like,
and
"Oh,
she made up some shit like."
She's like, "I'm gonna take a shit in the pool." Or like, "Oh fuck! I mean, I need to use the restroom. I mean, I need to go to the pool." It was about going to the pool.
I don't know what her excuse was, but she said they caught her with like
know,
hard drives, a flash drive,
3 cell phones. Which is pretty average for an Asian person, I'd say.
Chopsticks. No, that's just
fuck. She was hungry. I mean, she brought lunch.
She did bring lunch.
Like the 2 excuses she used was that first she was gonna go to the pool, like whatever, and I don't know how that gets past the first line of security at Mar-a-Lago. They're like, yeah, I just gotta use the pool, and they're like, oh yeah, for sure, we understand. And the second one was
honestly, it sounds like they were just being lazy as fuck, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. This old ass Asian lady, what's she gonna do?
I mean, like they work for Trump. They're underpaid. Of course, they don't give a shit. They're
like fuck it. So
take him out. Like in the second, so the second excuse she used was that she was there for like an Asian American like friend conference where everyone's supposed to be like, yeah, the fusion between like Asian Americans and American. I don't know what people mean by Americans, but this whole thing, and like that's how she got past the second one. And it wasn't until they found out, they're like, wait, we don't have an event like that going down today. Like, you're the first Asian we've seen here today.
Wait a minute. We didn't order
we
Chinese today.
We would never have that.
We didn't ask for fortunes.
Wait a minute. Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
I call Bob. He usually orders from 2 chickens kung pao or whatever. And he said he didn't order shit today. So something's going on here.
Wait a minute, that's not Miss Swan from Mad TV.
That'd be hilarious.
She just did
the Miss Swan check the whole way through.
Who is the guy you're
Oh,
looking
you
for
are
here?
very tough
Oh,
security.
he-
Big man.
looking like a man.
He looking like a. Oh, you
I
big
look
strong
for-
man.
yeah.
You pick on little Miss Swan.
For those that don't know who
That'd be
Miss
hilarious.
Swan is,
You got YouTube.
you
that
need to
shit.
go on YouTube,
Mad TV.
because you just missed out on a big
If you were an SNL person growing up, like during
Yeah.
the 2000s, like
Hell
you fucked
no.
up because
Yeah,
Mad
you fucked
TV
up.
was way better than that shit.
Mad TV was the shit. SNL was like nobody watched.
Shit.
Yeah,
Like,
Man.
like they're so famous, but like,
it's weird.
why?
Right?
That show sucked.
Yeah, no.
Like, Mad TV was so much
and
better.
it still kind of sucks. I think the
I-
show is actually just too long. If they were to cut it down, I think it would. I think it would be a great show. I
Like,
think
these
it's
dudes
just
can't
too
even.
long.
I don't even think they even like their own sketches. Like, I feel like they just kind of go through the
They
motions. Like,
They're just like, hey, we need something for this week.
my funniest
Kinda like us.
thought I ever had about SNL was like, man, I can't believe how funny SNL isn't. Like, they're still on every week.
Yeah, I mean, some of those guys are so bad that they deserve the death penalty. And
they don't get to choose.
Yeah, speaking of death penalties, I'm not. I don't know too much about this topic, so go ahead and inform us on this.
So this whole thing, like this dude, I forgot in what state, but he's about to be carried out by the state. And the thing about it was he said he didn't want the lethal injection. He wanted to do electric chair. So they took it all the way up to like the Supreme Court, and they decided like, no, like you don't get to decide the way you want to go out. Which is like, okay, I mean, like why? Like, because the state can't afford it, or what's going on with it? Because it's like, you're already busted.
But why should you be able to choose anyway?
I mean, if you should be able to choose, then wouldn't everyone just choose like heroin overdose? Like, just fucking pump me up with heroin, and then I'll enjoy. It's just a nice ride out.
All right, how do you feel about the death penalty in general, though?
Oh man, I mean, it's like kind of like Tupac, only God can judge me type of shit. So like I feel like we can't really rip people away from where we shouldn't decide. I think there should be like a brutality clause, like depending on how brutal your fucking crime was. If you fucking like massacred children and stuff, then yeah, I think you gotta go.
Honestly, this is how I feel. I don't know if we should be killing them, right? I don't know about that. Because just like what you said, we probably shouldn't do God's work. Take a life for a life, eye for an eye. But what we should do is we should really just beat the shit out of these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I think that's what prison should be.
Dude,
Like, we should just, that's how you
Like-
reform people.
like monthly beatings. Like
no, daily, bro.
I mean,
the
you gotta let them
sentence-
recover.
No, the
You gotta let them
sentences should be
recover.
short and painful. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you like have parents and they like spank you, right?
when you have
They
parents.
whoop your ass.
when you
Yeah.
if you're lucky enough to have abusive parents, yeah. If you're lucky, your parents will beat your ass every
They beat
week.
your ass. Some parents didn't have those parents. Some of them just got grounded.
Oh yeah,
Some of them don't even have parents. So that's
Not
another level.
me. I got both. I got my
But-
ass kicked and then got grounded.
Yeah. So I'm saying like those people that like they whoop your ass and you kind of learn your lesson. You're like, okay, I'm not gonna do that no more
Yeah.
because I don't want to get my ass whooped. At
It-
least not for that again.
What's funny is
You
that
know?
like today I was watching a video. It's like, did you see this prank that happened? Like where this like girl, she tried to prank her boyfriend like that she's gonna leave him, and this dude turns around and beats the shit out of her, like beats her to a fucking pulp. Like she's doing a prank. There's like a prank right now going around saying like, oh, I'm breaking up with you or whatever. And this guy's like, you don't want to be with me, and starts beating the shit out of her. And then the next video I saw after that was that chick's dad beating the shit out of him, like saying like, you ain't gonna touch my baby. And then it just kind of got me into like this string of watching videos of dads beating the shit out of like dudes that like that beat their daughters, that hit their daughters or whatever. And it was weird because it's like you're rooting now for the dad. You're like, yeah, kick his ass. But some of them got intense, like to the point where you're like, yeah, this dude ain't never gonna lay his hand on a woman again because like he almost died because his dad beat the shit out of him. Like it's almost that same type of thing. Like yeah, I think if you beat him that bad.
Oh yeah, that's my point. Yeah. Is that I think some people
need an ass whooping.
Exactly. They just need an ass whooping. For some people, it's just been too long. You know what I'm saying? For some people, they just been getting away with shit for too long, and no one's whooped their ass, so they're like, "Hey, I can keep doing this." You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I think in order to keep your right attitude, you need to get your ass whooped at least once every 4 years, humble, right? 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
At least
not that long, but I'm saying so like
well, unless you're a complete piece of shit, then you need it yearly.
Say like someone just like robs a store.
So beat the shit.
Whoop his ass for a week. You know what I'm saying? Like literally same time every day.
Some dudes could take whoopings and still do their shit.
No. Same time every day. I'm telling you, bro.
Like this guy's gonna be forever scared at 3 p.m. He's like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You traumatize the fuck out of him. At 3 p.m. And you know what? You do it at the time that they committed the robbery. Okay. So every time they think about that time.
Okay, all right.
So you just whoop their ass at that time.
10:30 p.m.
Every day for like 10 minutes. That's a long ass whooping. You get your ass whooped for 10 minutes.
10 minutes is a long huge, time. Man. Yeah. UFC fights
10 minutes
are out in like 2 minutes.
10 minutes, 10 guys. Oh, God. You tell me 10 minutes, 10 guys, 10 days.
Hey, and that's the way we can.
10 days.
That's the way we can let these fucking asshole cops just rage out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
exactly. So after those 10 days, they're rehabilitated. They're like, nah. I remember those 10 days, 10 minutes.
I'm not doing that again.
I'm not doing that again. Because they tell me if I come back, it's going to be 20.
Wait, worse.
It's going to be double.
They're going to use weapons.
They're going to have 20 guys. And yeah. And you know, and it works out for those cops too.
They let their aggression out
or
whatever. These asshole cops.
Guys feel better. You know, I think we should do that. Honestly.
I mean, I would have to see.
Who am I to change the law?
I mean, you're definitely not a politician or a good moral character.
I'm just using logic here.
I just want to beat the shit out of some dude.
No, seriously,
I mean, no, it makes complete sense.
Like, okay, like I
don't know if that qualifies as cruel and unusual punishment.
Hey, but whatever.
Which is illegal.
They did cruel and unusual shit, right? To begin with. So, you know.
I like how that was the rule. Cruel and unusual. Like, wait, what's so unusual about it? Like,
just more like uncommon.
Yeah, but what's common? Like, what? Like,
common sense. Not to do shit like that. You know, like
you don't commonly waterboard a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey,
the average person wouldn't go do that.
Yeah, like you don't hit me up. You're like, Mike, what are you gonna do later? I'm like, I can't hang out.
For example, when that whole, I think his name was Larry Nassar or whatever. I can't remember his name. The you know what I'm talking about, the guy that sexually abused all of those gymnasts. So when they were in court, there was this one dad. He was like, asked the judge if I can just have like
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes alone with this guy, right? Think about how much better this guy would feel after doing that.
The whole world would feel good.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, bro. So we had all of those parents whip that dude's ass.
In case I
think everybody would feel better after that, right?
That's what I'm telling you, dude. When I was watching these videos of these dads whoop the shit out of like the dudes that beat their daughters, like. You know, it's like
justice is served.
Like, yeah, you know when you're watching like ass whooping videos and you kind of feel like guilty, like, oh man, I shouldn't be watching this. Like, this is like guilt free because you're like rooting for the dad. You're like, fuck yeah, fuck him up. You know, like it's guilt free ass whooping videos. So if anybody out there wants to watch,
if you think about this, if you actually gave that dude the choice to spend life in prison,
he take the ass
or take the ass whooping. I think everybody
change his ways.
Take the ass whooping,
change
right?
his ways. I'll change my ways. Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
And it would definitely change you.
No, definitely. Like if you increment the size of the number of dudes beating you down, like
yeah.
And it's not like when you get jumped, or like it's not like when people get jumped where it's like unorganized people swinging at you, you know, where it's they all
get their organized. Yeah. They're like in a line. Yeah. They're like can't wait. They're like the line is like 10 people long. They're just like,
have you ever been jumped before? Like by at least like 3-4 dudes or whatever. I have like once. And like the funniest thing about it is like, yeah, there's all these dudes like beating down you, but they can't land punches because they're all trying to land punches. You know what I mean? It's like, imagine you and me next to each other trying to land a punch. Like my hand hits your hand, like so it's like it's a lot easier to escape it, you know. But if it's organized, yeah, it's fucked up.
Oh, yeah, I mean, think about that dad in the back of the line.
Oh,
Think about how
the last one.
his imagination is going wild.
Oh, this guy
He's like, I've seen 9 other dads do what they did.
I gotta
I'm
go.
about to do some creative shit.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to show this dude like pretty much to never. He's gonna be gay after this. Like he's not gonna fucking want to even touch a girl anymore.
And the thing is, I think people would accept that. I think they would be like,
That's
you
what
know
I'm saying.
what?
Rooting.
They would be like, you know what? I would not even him, but the guy getting his ass whooped. I think they'd be like, you know what? I do deserve this. I don't want to spend the rest of my life in prison.
I gotta change my ways.
Because they're like, you know, this is just for that guy, maybe a month-long ass whooping. That's pretty long.
That's
time.
intense.
That's pretty intense, right?
I'd say give him like at least 2-3 days of recovery, so that he feels like it's not over.
Man.
No.
Did he give the girls 2-3
that's
days?
That's what I'm saying. Like
before he abused
no. It's like that's part of like destroying the human spirit. Like he thinks it's over. You know, after like 2-3 days, and then boom, he just show up like normal, like knock on the door. Hey.
He got company.
Yeah. Baltimore PD.
He got a visitor. Another dad here.
Like the mom's there, just like, hey, Miss Williams.
Like all these dads are making appointments.
Jamal, come down here. It's time for your weekly ass beating.
And I mean, speaking of ass beatings, who else needs an ass beating? Aunt Becky.
You want to whoop Aunt Becky's ass? I don't
Not
want to
me
whoop her
personally.
ass.
No, Aunt Becky needs her ass whooped too.
No.
You gonna tell me she don't need her ass whooped, bro?
Financially.
No. People like her.
You know what though? I'm a big fan of Full House.
Financially, you think hitting her in the pockets?
I'm biased.
Wait, you're talking about.
I'm biased. I love Full House.
Let me say this. You're talking about someone that spent $500,000
to cheat
to get their daughter into college. You're telling me you're gonna hit them in the pockets? No, you hit her in the fucking face.
She's got Full House.
You hit that bitch in the face. That bitch needs to get fucked up by some other parents. Some other parents that didn't get in. That's who needs to whoop their ass.
I love this whole.
Yes, it's perfect, bro.
The solution, Mikey B's solution to two nations' problems is
everyone's happy.
Whoop their ass.
Whoop their ass, bro, because that's what they want to do anyway.
It's like all right, like you know, like you know, people like Trump and shit that ripped off poor people. It's like put the poor people in line to whoop their ass. Like, and there you go. They won't commit fraud no more. They won't fucking tax evade no more. I mean,
that's all anybody wants is legal revenge.
I mean,
right?
In general,
if you can get revenge legally.
Oh, that's it. You're
why not?
You're good.
Like everybody wants that anyway. So, and this bitch. The reason I say it is because you know, like there's like 50 other people involved in this. But she's walking around like signing autographs.
Superstar.
Yeah, she thinks this is like a fucking like a publicity stunt for her. Like this is all good. This is like, you know, she's like getting more coverage than ever. You know, and it's just I just feel like it's disrespectful. If I was one of the other parents, I'd be like, "Bitch, cool out. You were fucking it up for us.
You just got busted. Like don't
rub
it in.
Yeah, I think it would fuck it up for the other parents. They're like, bitch, you're gonna make our sentences worse if you don't fucking stop making it look like
bitch, you can get out of this.
Yeah, like we would call a meeting. Me and all the other parents would be like, look,
and Becky's out.
I'm Becky
is out.
Bitch,
we gotta let that bitch fry.
We're gonna kill you if you don't fucking stop.
She's out.
You're gonna get us all the death penalty.
I'm so like, you know, I don't think I'm biased about many things in life, but I'm so biased about like shit on Full House, like because I grew up on it. And, like,
who doesn't love Full House?
There's a lot of people
that honestly,
don't love Full
think
House.
about it. Becky was a small role on Full House, bro.
But she was like
she was the smallest role.
Listen, a small role, but before who calmed down Uncle Jesse? Nobody.
I barely remember. She tamed. She was like the little eye candy that was rarely there because it wasn't about the eye candy at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with her role in it was
this is a show all about guys.
She tamed Uncle Jesse. You know, the wild boy. You know, like after he met her.
Was he wild or was he like a knockoff
Fonzie?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
a knockoff
I mean, Three's Company was about fucking. You know, they would fuck all the time or whatever. You know, it's like a weird thing. Like they never fucked. Obviously, they didn't say they fucked, but that's what it's about. And Full House was like, it's like during the wholesome period. You know, like
no, it's all about 3 single dads raising kids. Like how rare is that? Actually,
not
one
even dads.
one of them
They're
didn't
not
have
even
kids.
dads. Yeah.
No, they're all dads.
They're not all. Well, I mean, Uncle Jesse became a dad after a while. Went to the twins, but for the first like
I guess it was just
6
one dad.
seasons,
One single dad getting help.
He was just an uncle. He was just like the badass uncle that obviously had a DUI. Because what is he doing living with them? Like,
but you know, I mean,
I was always curious about like how Danny or whatever the dad's wife looked, because like Uncle Jesse was her brother or whatever, you know.
I don't know.
So it's like, how does she look? Because Uncle Jesse's a hot guy.
I don't know. I just think I'm not even gonna comment on that. I'm gonna act like you didn't. Because
we both know he's a hot guy.
No, I'm not.
You don't need to comment on it, man. We all know. The whole world knows.
The whole world. All right. Anyway. Anyway, bottom line, Becky needs to get her ass whooped too. The thing is. Because honestly, that's the only way they're gonna learn, bro. You can't just slap. You can't hit them with money, bro. Like that's like when they find NBA players. You think they give a fuck? They're like, bro, you know how much I made tonight?
That just means I'm not gonna get a hooker tonight. That just means
like it's dumb. It's the dumbest shit ever, bro. But like, I don't know. I we should just bury that bitch.
No, come on, you can't bury Aunt Becky.
No, we should bury her just like they buried them in Pet Sematary.
Like, I think what's gonna if she'll come back.
Exactly, she'll come back worse than ever.
Which I think that's what happened, because I didn't remember hearing about. I don't know. I thought she faded away with the '90s, like.
But anyway, enough of Aunt Becky. Pet Sematary. I don't know if anyone's seen the new one, the remake, or even the original. I actually seen both. I saw the new one before I saw the original. I actually just got done watching the original, so I can like compare it and see what the differences were.
Graphics.
Did you see the new one?
No, not yet. I was supposed to go watch it tonight, but
all right. As usual, Mike is behind. Yeah, he hasn't seen shit.
Definitely.
But I definitely did. I thought the movie was dope as fuck. I thought it was scary
actually
as
good.
Fuck.
Actually scary.
Way better than the original.
Oh, the original's. I mean, it's a classic, but I mean, when you watch it,
it's just an old movie.
It's corny. Obviously, it's corny. But back then, like the movies were corny.
What can you do back then?
Exactly.
They didn't have the technology we have now. But they made that shit way more fucking like dark, and like it was way more gross and fucked up. Like it was what Us should have been. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It was like the hype that Us got
should have been
this
for
movie.
Pet Sematary.
Yeah, should have been for Pet Sematary. And then I don't even feel like Pet Sematary got that much hype at all.
I don't feel like that many people were talking about it. More people were more excited about it than Pet Sematary, you know. Even though Pet Cemetery,
because
at least for classic horror
the classic
films,
one, it was a better.
Oh, it's an icon. You know, it's an icon. It literally it is. It's like.
But this one, the new one,
even better.
I'm like, damn, this is so dope. Like they're definitely gonna make a sequel. I can't wait to see where direction.
But original Pet Sematary doesn't have a sequel unless Stephen King wrote one. I think they did
have one.
Yeah,
I think someone told me there's like a 2 and a 3.
Shit, are you sure you're not thinking of Evil Dead?
I'm not sure. I don't give a fuck. But all I know is they're definitely gonna make a sequel to this one because of the way
they had a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it was so good too, bro. I was like, I didn't even want it to end. When it ended, I was like, no, fuck no.
And if that's not enticing, I don't know.
Everyone, go see that shit for sure. Like,
that's the best. That's the best thing when it's like when a good song ends, you're just like, come on, like no, I want more, and you have to hear the song over again, which people can't get enough of the fucking. The fucking Lil Nas X.
Yeah, it was cool because I went by myself. I was in the zone. I was solo.
I like how he's owning it. He's
I
like,
was-
it was cool because like I had nobody there with me.
Exactly. I had no distractions.
I was
honestly,
I was there, me
when-
and my
yeah.
loneliness.
I mean,
my
but
coolness.
honestly, when you go to a movie anyway, do you even talk to the person? No,
I-
it's like
that-
they're just like there.
But if anyone's out here, officially doing a first date, going to the movies, you suck.
Yeah,
like,
never do.
how are you gonna go to the movies and just not
You know
talk for 2 hours? Like,
A movie could be okay if you already like
know the
did
person
something-
a little bit,
not even that, but
or
if you
go
did
get
something
drink
before.
Yeah, get it like
If you guys went to eat,
met up for like an hour
you
before.
guys already
Got
talked
some
and
drinks
shit.
and stuff. Yeah,
But
yeah.
still, on the first date, that's
I've
not a good
had it to
idea.
where like the plan was to go to the movies, and we ended up like getting drinks before, and we're just like,
You
fuck the
didn't
movie.
even go?
Yeah, no, let's just keep chilling, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
But it's like if you're like, let's okay, we're gonna go straight to the movie. You're fucking up. You're dating a serial killer if anyone did that.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a young mistake you make. I mean, I've made that mistake before. I went on like a first date with a chick at a movie and it sucked because you didn't get to talk, and
Oh.
then after the movie, like
It's just awkward.
it's
like,
really awkward. Yeah, all you like
You
all
just talk
really
about
talk
the movie,
Yeah, you know, like.
Which, by the way, I love how people talk about the movie. Like once they get out, it's like if they didn't just watch the same movie. You know, you're always like, so what'd you think about it?
Yeah, it's pretty brief conversation anyway.
It's just like, yeah, there's no depth in it whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it's so funny to me because it's like that's what all people do. Like when they
But-
come out.
But that movie was dope as fuck. Go see it. And this was a great week for movies because Shazam came out. That was definitely sick as fuck. One of the best superhero movies
So
out
far, this year.
and this year ever. Yeah, one of the best. One of the
You
best.
best not be
And-
considering
and I-
Tobey
and I'm- and
Maguire's
this is the
Spider-Man
thing.
in that.
For those that don't know, I'm not a big fan of trailers. I mean, of course, I've seen the Shazam commercial. You know, I try to avoid these things, but you know, of course, I will see them eventually. But when you watch the trailer, you're like, this guy looks like an idiot. He does look really stupid in that costume, and I don't know, it looks kind of corny. But when you watch the movie, it actually is really dope. What really sold it for me from the beginning was the villain. I thought they had a great villain. I think villains make the movie. You know, like, cause you have the hero. You know the hero's gonna
Well,
win.
you
That's
need
how
the
the shit
villain.
goes.
You need the villain.
But you gotta have a sick ass villain, like someone relatable, like someone you kind of like how Thanos was, like someone you can kind of be like, fuck,
Oh,
if
he's
that
like
was
that.
me.
Oh, the Joker too. Like the Joker's like
I
that
would kind
too.
of
you
do
know?
some shit like that too.
Yeah.
But
Where he's like, yeah, I get it.
it was really cool. It was a good story.
Understandable madness, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I don't know, it just flowed really well. Very entertaining. It was funny. It had profanity. It had like
what?
yeah.
Profanity?
It had gore.
In 2019?
It was like it wasn't your typical superhero. Like they had like these. They had these like demon things like fucking people up, like really
shit.
like fucking you up.
You know, it's
Like
hilarious.
killing
Dunzo has been nonstop talking about it. Mutual friend of me and Mikey's Dunzo.
You saw it?
No, he has been talking about it for like the whole time he saw the previews. You know, Shazam. He wants to do it.
He was excited about it.
He's
from
excited.
The trailer?
Yeah, he's excited about
No
it.
way.
And then like we were like he's saying like, oh yeah, it's gonna come out. And Jules, another mutual friend, was there. And Jules says like, I'm not excited about it. It looks kind of dumb. And like Dunzo goes on to proceed to be like, well, it's because he's a kid.
Yeah.
He's actually a kid, and he's
Yeah.
like, it's like
No, and that actually that.
no,
that is a
but
big
what's
part of it.
hilarious is like, yeah, Dunzo, we know, like, yeah, like,
But no,
it's just
you
like
do
Dunzo
kinda
just went
forget
to
that.
like to like defend it, like
Yeah.
he's like
No,
defend his excitement, you know.
That is a good argument though.
I mean, but it's just hilarious. It's like, yeah, we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that it looks a little
He
corny,
actually got
but
offended.
yeah, you got
Yeah.
offended that like Jules is like, it looks corny
Yeah.
as shit, and he's
Yeah.
like, well, it only looks corny because he's a kid.
Yeah,
he's like,
exactly.
yeah, but,
And that, no, it is very.
and
true.
I understand that,
It's
but
true.
I was like, Dunzo, it's all right, man. I want to
'Cause
watch
he
it.
is a kid,
I'm like,
yeah.
I want to watch it too.
Yeah.
You know, I
But
don't.
that's kind of the funny part about it too. And he went through, you know, like every hero, they have to go through their shit where they like, you know, they have to realize their power is a responsibility. You can't just take advantage and act like you're the shit.
Yeah,
you know,
Spider-Man.
That kind of happened.
I think Spider-Man had the best quote about that of all time, right? Like, with great power comes great responsibility. Like, you can't top that. Yeah, exactly.
And you can relate that in any situation.
Anyone. Like, it's like, dude, you're the guy that unclogs the toilets at Dodger Stadium. It's like, yeah, with great power comes great responsibility.
Man, that is a big deal.
Of course, man. Dodger fans take huge dumps. Everyone knows that. The whole MLB knows that, man.
Well, yeah. See Shazam. See Pet Sematary. You can wait on us. You can wait on... What else? Beach Bum. Don't even go see that one.
Oh, you already talked about it.
Oh, no. Was good.
We were talking about earlier, the relatable villain, Joker. The Joker, man.
So, the new Joker movie's coming out. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, Joaquin Phoenix, I'm a fan. I'm a fan because he looks like he's got problems.
Who?
Joaquin Phoenix. He's the new...
What the fuck is that?
The Walk the Line dude. Because you're mine. I walked the fucking Johnny Cash fucking movie or whatever. He's in Signs.
These are very niche.
It's not it won the fucking
Johnny
Academy
Cash?
Award. It won the Academy Award.
First of all, you gotta give a fuck about Johnny Cash to see that movie.
First of all, I give zero shits about Johnny Cash.
Johnny
I did not see the
old
movie.
Ass person.
And I did not see the movie.
Older than Joe Biden.
I've never. You know what movie? I've seen Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, the fucking spoof of fucking of Walk the Line, like 8 times. I've seen Walk the Line 0 times, but because I don't give a shit about Johnny Cash, because I don't think people.
No one's seen either of those movies.
People seen. Trust me, man. It won an Academy Award. Everyone knows fucking Joaquin Phoenix, man. He was in Signs.
Okay. Anyway, what about the Joker?
Like I
don't care about this guy's career.
Like, all right. Well, I mean, first of all, the Heath Ledger Joker made us all kind of relate to him a little bit. You know, it kind of brought us down to what the Joker's about, and this whole, well, from what it looks like from the previews. Or
honestly, I think
I like how you just wait. Are you just cutting in with me? Honestly,
wait. No. Let me just speak on this.
In conversation,
shit really quick.
I think you can cut in any conversation as long as the first word you say is
honestly. Heath Ledger, bro.
Honestly,
if he didn't die, would people really feel the same about?
I thought that was a good Joker. I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
But I think it like
for everyone to like, because like that's the Joker you need to live up to for the rest of your life.
Everyone talks about how good the Batman movies were. You know, like. I mean, obviously, before, like, I think the Batman movies have always been kind of been the ones, you know? Like, the superhero movies, the Michael Keaton, fucking George Clooney ones, like, they're still pretty entertaining, you know what I mean? But it wasn't, like, even the Batman Begins one wasn't that good. Like,
Batman Begins?
Yeah, where it's, like, the Scarecrow and, like, the first Christian Bale one or whatever.
I didn't like it.
Exactly. It wasn't until the
It was dumb. Why would you have these villains that no one gives a fuck about?
Exactly. And it wasn't until...
That's what I hate about when they do the superhero movies and they like... It's like they're trying to hold off.
There's so many good villains. Like,
just like they're trying to hold off for like, oh, let's wait and get there. It's like, but you don't even get there because no one cares.
Everyone wants to see Mysterion.
Yeah,
everyone wants to see Mysterion and the Hunter.
They waited too long for Venom. And then they didn't even do it right.
No, they did not. But like, all right, this is what I'm saying. Like, obviously that fucking Batman movie like wasn't good, and now we're all saying that the Batman
was an origin story. I hate origin movies because it's like the people that know these characters, we already know their origin.
I don't know their origin, but I don't give too many shits because I'm like, is it gonna be entertaining or not? Like.
Who doesn't know Batman's origin?
Did your dad beat you? Oh, fuck, I don't give a shit about that.
His parents got killed.
But what I'm saying is that Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker put these movies into the spectrum that we actually consider like, oh shit, these are good movies. It's like when it wasn't until Heath Ledger's Joker, that movie, what is it, Batman Returns? Or no, it's not Returns, it's The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah. That was obviously like...
And then they followed it up with fucking Bane.
Yeah. He's supposedly like the biggest villain, but like
dumb.
Exactly.
The biggest villain.
Or supposedly.
How is he the biggest villain?
When people told me that that's what they told me. They're like,
people?
Oh, yeah.
Who are these people? Did they not watch the cartoon?
The media. No,
What
I
the
mean
fuck?
the Joker's the main.
I grew up watching Batman.
The
Like
Joker's the main dude for sure. But that's what I'm saying.
the main villains
Look
for
at
Batman.
Look at how
the
much.
Joker.
Look at where we hold.
Two-Face,
Look at where we hold.
The Penguin. The Riddler.
Look at where we hold the Dark Knight as a film, as a movie. Like we hold it above.
Because all the other ones sucked.
No, that's because Heath Ledger's performance as the
No,
Joker was
because
out of this world.
The first one sucked, and
Definitely
the Bane
sucked.
one sucked because that wasn't even Bane. People that know Bane, he's supposed to be having like fucking shit
Vines
pumping
coming
through
out
him.
of- yeah.
He's supposed to be big as fuck. That wasn't Bane. It was bullshit. That trilogy sucked. That's why The Dark Knight stands out so much.
But the
Because
Dark Knight stands out.
The whole
out of
trilogy
all
was garbage.
Superhero movies, not
No.
just that trilogy.
All superhero movies.
All of them.
I can name a lot of good superhero movies. And Marvel alone. Maybe in the DC realm, there's not that many good superhero movies.
It wasn't like these Marvel movies didn't start getting good till after that Joker movie, till after the Dark Knight. Because after the Dark Knight,
superhero movies were like
but
aimed towards kids.
I'm
That's
a big
why.
I'm a big
Like,
fan of
what was
Toby.
before that? It was
Toby
like Iron Man.
Maguire's.
It's like the Iron Man movies.
Yeah, those are the ones
those
that
were
did it
all
for
like
Marvel.
for kids.
But for me, I love Toby Maguire's Spider-Man shit. I loved it. Spider-Man 1, 2. No, obviously the third one sucked, but 1 and 2. That's what I'm saying.
What happened in 2?
2, he's facing off the dude's like brother or whatever. His like his son, the Green Goblin's son or whatever, Harry and stuff. Like,
Not even memorable. Like
it's
I
definitely
remember.
memorable. What are you talking about? 2 is good. 1
Tobey
is
Maguire was memorable because it was like the Spider-Man movie of our time.
It
You know
was
what I'm saying?
actually good,
But it wasn't good. I didn't think it was good. It was good for
come
what we
on.
had because we hadn't experienced anything else.
Yeah, they led the way.
But if you like put it in the realm of all the movies, compare like to now, no, it wasn't that good.
Look, the movies didn't even get good till like 2000 something. Because it's not like you like the 1970s fucking Batman, right?
Well, a lot of those movies were just shitty. You know what I'm saying? Expectations were lower. You gotta think about today. Like your expectations are so high.
That's like a. Do you know
So
like?
high.
Do you know a lot of like punks and shit like that? Like people that are into like underground music and underground films. Like they watch a lot of those old movies and like they think
and you gotta think about like
they think they're the shit, but in reality they're just so laughable that
Yeah.
like you enjoy them because they're ridiculous.
You gotta think about our attention span too. Like back then, you can make a slow,
Gotta think about what?
ass movie. back then, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause people could really just sit there. And, oh, okay, whatever. You know, like what else were you gonna?
Oh
do
no,
that
it was
night?
amazing. They were amazed
you
by
know?
anything that like
like
if
the
it was
think
on a
about
big
the old ass
screen,
Superman
yeah,
movies. Those
oh,
were
dude.
shitty as fuck, but like that was amazing at the time.
Most
And you can see a
ironic
man
story
fly,
too.
right?
Most ironic story that Superman lost his leg. Like
Yeah, right. I know. It's crazy.
damn.
And then Eminem talked shit on him.
Oh yeah, Eminem talks shit on everyone though.
Yeah.
I mean,
But a lot of shit on him. Like they had a vendetta.
in general, I think the Joker movie looks interesting. Joaquin Phoenix is kind of a deep kind of guy. Looks good.
I mean, regardless of it looking interesting or not, I'm gonna go watch it.
Of course. Well, you watch everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
besides watching everything, I don't watch everything, but I mean,
Well, you don't watch too many indie films.
I will go watch. I mean, it's about the Joker, so it doesn't matter about who's playing him. I just put it in the hands of the people that that pick the people.
The
You know, like
producers.
what can I do? Like they have their jobs for
Well,
a
it's
reason,
funny 'cause
right?
it's like you have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have a choice, so it's like
But if you did, I'm curious, who would you
Who would
pick to
play the
put
Joker?
in your opinion?
off the top. I don't know, man. That's a hard question.
Well, I mean, if you want to get it from the bottom, you get it from the bottom. It doesn't come up the top. You get it from the bottom.
the Joker. I don't know. That's a hard question. I can't think. I don't know. I'm not,
To me, Joaquin Phoenix is kind of like fucked up like that, you know.
I mean, anyone can be. I mean, they're all actors. You know, fuck it.
They all are.
I mean, if you can't do the job, then what are you good for?
No.
But anyway, I don't know. I will go see it regardless.
Give that review.
You know what I'm saying?
of course.
Hopefully it just will be good. That's all. Any movie I go see, I'm hoping it's gonna be good. Like, why would I want to go see a shitty movie? You know, why would I want to like waste my time?
Well, I mean, like, look, you went to go. You were hoping Us was gonna be good, but it wasn't. And I'm there too. But look at how much content we got.
Honestly, I felt like they took advantage of us.
But we got so much out of it. Like we got weeks and weeks of talking trash on it.
Yeah, but still,
I can literally talk trash on that movie.
Like a lot of money out of it too.
Like,
but they like, I feel like they
raped
raped
his name? What's his name? Jordan Peele. I really hope somebody like.
Bro, he raped us.
I want to get.
He took how we felt about
when
Get
he
Out,
did, and
used that against us.
Yeah, definitely.
And like made us go see some shit that was
like
not
I hope we get listened to enough, because I think we're gonna keep talking shit on us for like a while, right?
They made it sound like this was gonna be better than Get Out.
Yeah,
it's like
the best fucking horror movie ever.
Like he was changing the game.
That movie was not scary. I want to get at least listen to
scary.
enough.
It wasn't even like that.
I want to get listened to enough to where Jordan Peele is like, hears it out. Like, I know he's not gonna respond, but I want him to hear that we think it sucks, and we will keep bashing it week in, week out. Like, we'll just compare like shitty movies to it. Like we'll be like, all right, that movie sucked, but it wasn't as shitty as Us.
I've seen a lot of horror movies, and
that didn't even qualify to me as a horror movie.
No. I don't know what the fuck you call that. But
it's
whatever.
like a fucking.
If they didn't actually, if they didn't like hype it up to what it was, maybe I would have enjoyed it.
I mean, I wouldn't have talked shit as much.
Maybe I wouldn't even like it. You know what I'm saying?
I still wouldn't like it
because it was.
I watch movies that don't have any hype.
Slow. It was just really slow.
I watch movies that don't have any hype, and if they suck, they suck. But because it has so much hype, I continuously talk shit on it because it's so terrible.
Yeah.
And everyone was so fucking about it.
Yeah.
But you guys should consider yourself lucky, because instead of talking about video games this week, this was Mikey B's little nerd segment.
There's no new games coming out. They're just, everyone's just waiting for Mortal Kombat.
It was mostly discussing superhero characters, which is still kind of nerdy. But not as nerdy as...
We're still waiting for Mortal Kombat 11 to come out. MK11. But
if you don't have the time.
To close out our segment for tonight, we're gonna talk about a new young man changing the game of country.
Oh God,
Lil Nas X. He dropped. Yeah, he dropped the song, and I guess it was like so popular that radios were having to rip it off of YouTube to get in their playlist. And then Billboard, I guess, got involved, and they're like, this isn't country, took it out or some shit, right? And then Billy Ray Cyrus is a remix with the dude.
And now he's got a little bit of cred.
Yeah, now it's like legitimizes the song.
That's like the reverse of street cred, right? If you have country cred.
No, I think it gave him street cred in the country game.
But country game doesn't have, they don't live on the streets.
That's true.
That's like the reverse of street cred.
Hey, but I think that's dope too. Honestly, I think that's a whole world that we're missing out on that I'll probably never experience just because of who I am.
Well, because I mean, we don't like country music.
As him though, bro, think about it. He's like Billy Ray Cyrus, probably taking them around, introducing them all these people.
Oh yeah, Billy Ray Cyrus
showing this little young black dude.
We're talking about
love. Like, could you imagine all these white people like showing you love?
Lil Nas X right now in Billy Ray Cyrus' eyes is money. He's like, we're talking about the dude, Miley Cyrus's dad. You know?
Oh yeah, of course it's big for him, but think about what that did for him, bro. That just made him like that. That was like, if like, think about how many people wouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? Garth Brooks wouldn't do that. No. Tim McGraw, you think he's gonna do the remix? Hell no.
I don't even know what
it took balls. Honestly, I think it took balls for him to even be like, I'm gonna co-sign this dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like this song. I'm gonna co-sign them in country because that can like
well,
make
that's
a lot
new
of people.
Market.
That's like drawing the line.
It's a new
market.
Sand. It's a new market.
That's like that could turn some like hardcore country people against you. Like, yo, fuck.
Well,
you.
I mean, it's a new market because now you're bringing in like it's country music in general. Like, it's not too young. You know what I mean? The young people don't really like it that much, but something like that.
I think that's what the thing is. That
young people got into it and stuff. And I think that's what like I mean, that's all it is. I mean, do we got to talk about a little bit about? Do you think it was a little racist that Billboard took him off?
Yeah,
like it is, right?
Okay, I'm not just gonna say it was racist because I'm not gonna just go there.
Get into it, you know.
I'm not even because
jump there.
Well, not because I 100% felt like it was just about race.
Because at the same time, it
they
is
felt like that. It just wasn't serious. Like I think they're just looking at this dude and they just think like it was like a parody song or like.
Which I don't know anything about Lil Nas X.
They put the video when I saw a video. I don't know if he made the video.
It's like fucking.
They have Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption, yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Which is like
a cowboy
popular,
video game.
But it's like something like that you would just do for fun.
Yeah, it's like you're mocking. It's like a mocking or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, like and who knows like his background? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know what this dude's about.
I don't think he's a country person. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I just I told you I just went to.
But does your background dictate what kind of music you can make? Because we have a lot of people making hip hop music and making rap and doing this and that don't live that lifestyle. That's the same way, you know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
But they portray it. So
yeah, definitely. They don't have bands that talk about bands.
Why not have? Well, why can't this young black dude from the city?
Agreed.
If you know enough background info to tell the story, and you know what I'm saying, and it's
the part that I agree in that is like it's not quote unquote a country song. Is that it's obviously like it's kind of hip hop, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
it's very hip hop.
It's super hip hop. I mean,
but there's a lot of hip hop influence and a lot of
that's like if I made a reggae song about trap shit. It's like, does that make it a trap? It doesn't make it trap music. Like it's still a reggae song, you know what I mean? Like it still sounds like reggae, you know what I mean? So it's like just because you're talking about something, I don't think that means that like
okay. This is my thing though. If I were to like show like okay, say I have an uncle in Oregon. I actually no, I do. No, I actually do. No.
I have family in Alabama.
And he actually does like country music. You know what I'm saying? Because he lives in the country.
No shit.
So if I were to show him that song and not show him a picture,
he
would like the song.
Yeah, you think
and he would not even. And if I showed him the picture after, he'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Wait. Now I'm tripping out. Wait, is your uncle white?
No, my uncle's black, obviously.
But he doesn't like black people.
No, but I'm saying like he wouldn't believe that this young black dude made this song
or whatever,
and has that voice.
Okay, yeah.
Because when you hear the song, it
the voice definitely.
Even though it's a hip hop feel, it's still
the voice.
You hear the country.
Oh yeah, no, the twang.
The twang. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. I have cousins in Alabama. Mexican as shit. You know, like fucking look browner than me and stuff.
And I don't know where he's from.
And they're proud. They're proud of being into country shit. Like my cousins are super proud of being like not like I have some that aren't, but the ones that are there and they choose to stay there. They're like, yeah, dude. Like I love being country. Like I love riding my ATVs around here and fucking like shooting guns and having guns. Like yeah, I'm country as shit. Like, and I'm like, yeah, they really are. They really fucking are. Like they.
If that's what you are, then why wouldn't you be proud?
I think these guys would probably. I think they like it. You know, I think they're into it.
Why wouldn't you not be proud?
I think you should be proud of whatever you're into. Proud of
wherever you're at, because
but what I'm saying is like these guys like they're obviously Mexican.
I mean, we had people that were like proud of like hanging black people.
Oh, dude, they made postcards.
That's what you did.
They made postcards. Like
you know what I'm saying? So.
Like, you know what you have to like things so much to make postcards. Like people make postcards about like the beach, Disneyland, like,
pretty crazy.
And then back in the day about hanging black folk, and that was fucked up.
Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a whole nother like hour long.
Oh my god!
But you know what? I think we should actually close with this one because it just came across my mind. We do have to speak on the fact that Nipsey Hussle did die.
Oh man! He didn't just die; he got killed.
He got killed, yeah. He got shot. And this is my thing. I'm just going to say this right off the bat. Like, personally, music-wise, I never really fucked with Nipsey Hussle.
I wasn't a big fan.
And I'm sure a lot of people weren't.
I don't think so either.
Like, he just didn't do it for me. But
as a person...
after, like... And I don't really know much about him. But after I started hearing a lot of shit, watching a lot of shit after he died...
Yeah. You got to know him as a person.
Damn, you're kind of like, okay, like
this
did kind of lose somebody that was like making like some kind of change.
He was for real
in the world. Yeah,
he was about his community, cared about his people. Like You know, this is where I think like people get carried away with like the music of somebody and stuff, like the stardom of somebody, and don't pay attention to the type of person that they are. You know,
Yeah.
like this dude was a legitimate, like from what I see, you know, of course I haven't heard anything bad yet.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it probably doesn't exist. I mean, everyone has their bad days, but like this guy seemed to be like a real person. You know, like a person trying to care for other
or
people,
at least trying to do positive.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, to me, I'm like, yeah, I don't like this dude's music, but I'm like, now that I'm learning about him, I'm like, I'm mourning the death of someone that's real, you know, someone that like was actually trying to do something for people and be out there for them, you know, like supporting his community and shit. Like he didn't just fucking get rich and bounce, you know, like he stuck around and shit. Like that's admirable, you know. We forget the admirable qualities of people when they become stars and stuff. Like,
yeah. But it just also makes me think, like, I mean, there's a lot of people doing great things out there too.
Yeah, we just don't hear about.
We just don't know about it. You know,
don't hear about
and
it.
it's kind of sucks that we don't know about the good things that they're doing. Because honestly, I think if we knew about all of the good things people were doing, it would influence everyone else to
be better. Yeah.
And to like also kind of do their part and make a change. And it's kind of sucks that we don't get that coverage of like what people are doing.
I think part of it is like that there's so much shit going on. And at the end of the other side, like, you know, like news and everything got inspired by like fucking like car chases and stuff. Like where people like to find out about all the bad, like that's like the whole Kardashian shit. Like people like to see how fucking shitty we could be as human beings. Like the Kardashians are, you know, they're so shitty. Like they're just like assholes and bitches, like, you know, and people like to see that. Jersey Shore, same thing, you know, like that, like people don't have time to actually consider like, oh shit, people can be good to each other, you know, like Mr. Rogers, man, he got put on fucking PBS or whatever, you know, but that guy like was just teaching everyone how to be good.
Yeah. But my thing is, I just hope that like his death just influences other people in that position to like
to
do what he was doing,
do
you know
good,
what I'm saying? And like and continue the work.
Hey, well,
and do their own shit.
Nick Cannon said he's gonna finish up that documentary he was doing.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but
yeah, Dr. Sari or Nari or whatever. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, as far as bettering the world, you know what I'm saying? I don't care about the documentary. I don't know what that's about, but I'm just saying, like, that I don't think enough people with means are doing enough to, like, you know what I'm saying? All the money that you're spending on, like, stunting on people, like, you could be helping people.
Migos. Step the fuck up. Step the fuck up.
You know, and it kind of sucks because, like, you do make your money and you did earn it and you should be able to buy whatever the fuck you want with your money.
Man, come on,
but at the same time, it's like, you got to have a balance and be like, yo, I need to, like, people know I got all this, but people need to know at the same time what I'm doing to help people. Like,
so you came
I
from
spent this money on the chain and I spent the same amount of money on, like, helping these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it don't even make sense to just be like, I don't know,
honestly reaping the benefits, because these people, you know, your community and shit, like they're making you rich. They're the ones that blew you up. They're the ones that put you on. You know what I mean? Like you started your shit, and these are the people that fucking put you on. Like, give back. That's why Mikey and Mike, if we ever get sponsors, we're gonna give back how much percent?
I don't know, but I'll definitely
a certain percent of whatever we might get coming our way.
Yeah, you know, I would definitely be one of those people giving back and trying to do like LeBron. You know what I'm saying? How you just open up schools and just that's like about like fuck your.
It's
stats,
important. It's important
it's
to be
about like your real legacy is gonna be like what you did to like help the future. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Just being a kind person.
Who gives a fuck about your triple doubles?
Being a kind person is the way to go.
And how many dunks
like,
you got?
You know what I mean?
It's like, what did you? All that money you got from dunking, what did you do with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, because all of what, like, you get paid to dunk, man. These people should be given the most money.
I think
athletes, they should be really.
If you paid me $20 million to dunk once, I couldn't do it.
Well, anyway, I'm sorry we got so deep and emotional in this one.
But Nipsey,
yeah,
he's really out here showing people to be respectful of your community and humble and appreciative. It's good stuff.
Yeah. And to everybody that's been acting like they've been like riding with Nipsey since day one, just stop.
Oh, like
cut that shit out.
Me and Nipsey used to go to Chuck E. Cheese together when we
You
were
look
boys.
like it's mad poser alerts going off. It's really bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, don't be nobody was big fans of Nipsey like that. So don't be acting like you got like this fool in your playlist.
I can't even name a song from Nipsey.
I can name a song, but
Which
that's
one?
like one song.
Which one?
Last time that I checked,
Which one?
it's like that's what it's called.
That's
It's like last time that
that's
I
how
checked.
much I don't even know.
But he's not that great of a rapper to me. But anyway, but he, you know,
Right.
he was him.
But
But-
it was a little bit of a soft week on the global spectrum. Well, I don't know. Do you know what's going on with Syria?
We get another month. Don't worry. There's gonna be definitely. We got a whole month to go.
Yeah.
So just get ready.
Yeah.
You get ready because we
Definitely,
still
guys.
got R. Kelly. That's still unfinished business.
my God.
We got a lot of unfinished business going on with the college scandal.
It's
and,
gonna go down, guys, and we're gonna have a lot more guests coming on the show about special, important people into all this stuff that's going on in the world. We're gonna have some interviews out here. You guys gotta stick around, cause
yeah. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Mikey versus Mike. And once again, I am Mikey.
And I'm Mike, and you can find us on the Instagram at Mikey Messiah, at Not Mike, that's NOTMYK, and at our we just made a page. It's at Mikey versus Mike, and then we had to put an underscore on there because some other asshole took it. But Mikey versus Mike underscore at Not Mikey versus Mike underscore is our Instagram. We'll be posting some more shit up there. It's shit that we talk about, things like that. Follow it. Some Mikey nudes might leak. I don't know. Can I leak those?
What?
Can I leak your nudes?
All right. And good night.
Good night.